Nestled amidst the undulating hills, the Whispering Inn stood as a sentinel of antiquity, its aged facade whispering tales of the past. As the storm raged on, 3 weary travelers sought refuge within its time-worn walls. Sophia, the intrepid journalist yearning for respite from relentless investigations, found herself drawn to the inn's enigmatic aura. William, the retired professor, harbored an insatiable curiosity that compelled him to seek shelter within its mysterious confines. Ethan, the wandering artist captivated by the inn's haunting allure, sought inspiration in its history. The travelers were greeted by the innkeeper, Mr. Graves, a stoic figure with a penetrating gaze that seemed to pierce through the veils of time. Despite his genial facade, an underlying reserve simmered beneath his composed demeanor, hinting at deeper, untold mysteries. The inn's interior exuded a quaint charm, a rustic parlor adorned with faded tapestries, antique furnishings, and a fireplace crackling with warmth. But an unsettling tension hung in the air, an ominous dread that tugged at the edges of the traveler's consciousness. As the night deepened, each traveler retired to their rooms, unaware of the inn's sordid history, a tapestry woven with vanishing guests and inexplicable occurrences that stained the inn's legacy. Sophia, her investigative instincts piqued by the inn's reputation, delved into the town's archives. Ancient records unveiled tales of Mr. Graves' ancestors, innkeepers whose names echoed through the annals of time, each entwined in a dark legacy of unexplained disappearances and dark phenomena that plagued the inn. Driven by curiosity, Sophia ventured into the hallways, drawn by the ethereal whispers that stirred in the dead of night. As she navigated the corridors, an inexplicable force guided her steps toward the heart of the inn. There, in the flickering shadows, she caught a glimpse of Mr. Graves, a spectral figure bathed in a mystic glow, murmuring incantations that resonated through the hallowed halls. Bewildered yet resolute, Sophia clandestinely observed his arcane rituals, tracing cryptic symbols etched into the inn's ancient foundations. Meanwhile, William, roused from his slumber by the unsettling whispers, sought solace in his scholarly pursuits. His diligent research unfurled a tangled web, a cryptic connection between Mr. Graves' lineage and the enigmatic disappearances of the inn's transient guests, forming a pattern that transcended generations. Ethan, the artist, captivated by the ambience, sought to capture the inn's haunting allure on canvas. His brushstrokes mirrored the spectral whispers that echoed through the corridors, each stroke a reflection of the inn's ethereal essence. As dawn approached, the travelers convened, their discoveries interwoven into a haunting tapestry of revelations. Their inquiries led to an alarming confrontation with Mr. Graves, whose steely gaze hinted at a darkness lurking within. In a scary confession, Mr. Graves divulged the innkeeper's ancestral ties to esoteric practices, dark rituals interwoven into the inn's very fabric. He revealed an ancient pact, forged generations ago, binding his lineage to perpetuate the enigmatic occurrences that plagued the Whispering Inn. The travelers' apprehension peaked as they realized their perilous predicament, trapped within the inn's insidious web, destined to become mere vessels for an unholy pact forged in antiquity. Despite their attempts to flee, the inn's spectral influence thwarted their escape, binding them to the dark legacy. As night descended once more, the travelers found themselves ensnared in a macabre ritual, a fate sealed by the inn's ancient curse. Their essence became conduits, vessels for a dreamy force that pulsed within the inn's walls. The spectral whispers grew in intensity, resonating with the sinister incantations echoing through the halls. Desperate, the travelers sought to unravel the pact's grip, their minds entwined in a struggle against an unseen force that transcended the physical realm. But the inn's ethereal embrace tightened, its dark tendrils ensnaring their very souls. Their screams merged with the haunting whispers, echoing through the corridors, lost to the annals of time, a testament to the unfathomable depths of the Whispering Inn and the inescapable fate that awaited those who dared to seek shelter within its haunted embrace. Story 2. Birchwood Grove held an enigmatic charm, but beneath its serene facade lay the Donovan family, once the epitome of suburban bliss, now ensnared by a haunting truth veiled in shadows. Emily's vanishing reverberated through the tight-knit community, its ripples unfurling into a tapestry of unanswered questions and palpable unease. The Donovan household, once resonant with laughter and warmth, now echoed with an ominous silence. Detective Marcus Hayes, renowned for his astute investigations, found himself entangled in the intricate threads of the Donovan family's secrets. Each passing day brought a heavier burden as the elusive truth eluded his grasp, a constant reminder of the enigmatic case. Helen Donovan, once a paragon of grace and strength, crumbled beneath the weight of uncertainty. Behind closed doors, she grappled with tormenting questions that gnawed at her soul. Her anguish surfaced in sleepless nights haunted by fragmented memories and whispered regrets, a labyrinth of emotions she dared not confront. David Donovan, known for his affable demeanor, projected an illusion of normalcy despite the turmoil brewing within. His stoic facade concealed a turmoil rooted in an irrevocable decision made in the shadows of the past, a choice that threatened to unravel the family's carefully curated existence. Jake Donovan, Emily's younger brother, retreated into a silent realm, a realm of unspoken truths and pent-up emotions. His once vibrant spirit waned, consumed by the burden of knowledge he struggled to articulate, a haunting secret etched into his conscience. As Detective Hayes delved deeper, the tapestry of the Donovan family's history began to unravel. A tale woven with misgivings, concealed resentments, and a deeply buried incident clouded by shame. The tension within the household escalated, the fractures in familial relationships deepening, a palpable rift eroding the once solid foundation of the Donovan family. Unspoken grievances festering beneath the surface, threatening to implode with devastating consequences. Detective Hayes, relentless in his pursuit of truth, uncovered fragments of the family's past, a mosaic of darkness concealed beneath a thin veneer of normalcy. Hidden from prying eyes lay an event, a sinister occurrence that, if unearthed, threatened to shatter the Donovan family's fragile existence. In the quiet solitude of his office, Detective Hayes pieced together the chilling revelation, the connection between Emily's disappearance and a macabre event from the family's history. The unsettling truth gnawed at his consciousness, sending shivers down his spine. The haunting finale unraveled, a revelation that pierced through the facade of the Donovan family's suburban existence. Emily's vanishing was not a random act but a meticulously orchestrated event, a sacrificial pact forged in the depths of the family's darkest secret. Detective Hayes, haunted by the revelation, found himself standing at the precipice of a truth too horrifying to comprehend. The Donovan family's macabre pact, an act of unspeakable darkness, echoed through the corridors of the once happy home, forever tainted by a sinister truth buried beneath the veil of suburban normalcy. The investigation concluded, but the secrets unearthed in Birchwood Grove lingered, a haunting testament to the depths one family went to conceal the monstrous truth at its core. A truth lost to the winds of time, forever concealed within the sinister embrace of a tranquil suburbia. Birchwood Grove, with its winding lanes and peaceful facade, masked the enigma brewing within the Donovan household, a family ensnared in a labyrinth of secrets, each more than the last. Emily's disappearance cast a pall over the once harmonious neighborhood. The frantic search and relentless media attention engulfed the Donovan family in a whirlwind of despair. Detective Marcus Hayes, renowned for his unyielding pursuit of truth, shouldered the weight of the investigation, a daunting task complicated by the family's tightly guarded secrets. Helen Donovan, a pillar of resilience, weathered the storm of Emily's vanishing with a facade of stoic composure. Behind closed doors, however, she grappled with a storm of her own, a tempest of shattered memories and unanswered questions that haunted her nights, leaving her tormented and sleepless. David Donovan, a man known for his amiable nature, attempted to maintain an air of normalcy despite the turmoil festering beneath the surface. But the mask of tranquility he wore grew heavier with each passing day, weighed down by the shadow of an unspeakable past. Jake Donovan, Emily's younger brother, retreated into solitude, a silent bystander to the family's disarray. His once expressive eyes now mirrored a deep-rooted sorrow, concealing a truth he dared not voice, a haunting secret he carried like an anchor around his heart. As Detective Hayes peeled back the layers of the Donovan family's history, a harrowing narrative unraveled, a tale of shattered trust and hidden wounds. The dark undercurrents of the family's past lay obscured, entwined with an incident veiled in secrecy. a malignant event that cast a long shadow over their lives. Within the Donovan home, festering grievances festered, a silent discord that resonated in the strained conversations and the heavy atmosphere that pervaded the once happy abode. Unspoken words hung in the air like a dense fog, suffocating the familial bonds that once tethered them together. Detective Hayes navigated the maze of deceit, uncovering fragments of the family's darkest secret, a scary incident that hinted at a pact forged in desperation, obscured by layers of denial and shame. In the quiet solitude of his office, Hayes pieced together the chilling revelation, the link between Emily's inexplicable disappearance and a cryptic event buried within the Donovan family's history. The truth gripped his senses, sending a shiver down his spine as he realized the magnitude of the dark forces at play. The unsettling conclusion emerged, a revelation that pierced through the facade of suburban tranquility. Emily's vanishing was not an accident, but a calculated act, a sacrificial agreement forged within the murky depths of the Donovan family's most dreadful secret. As the investigation reached its culmination, Detective Hayes found himself standing at the precipice of a truth too horrifying to comprehend. The Donovan family's sinister pact, an act steeped in darkness, reverberated through the hallways of the once joyful home, forever tarnished by a sinister truth buried beneath the guise of normalcy. The investigation concluded, but the secrets unearthed in Birchwood Grove lingered, a haunting testament to the depths one family went to conceal a monstrous truth, a truth lost to the winds of time, forever concealed within the sinister embrace of a seemingly serene suburbia. Story 3. The Crimson Research Institute stood as a monolith amidst the bustling city, a beacon of scientific exploration veiled in mystery. Dr. Sarah Miller, a luminary in the realm of sleep research, embarked on an audacious venture to unlock the enigmatic depths of hypnagogic states, a realm where the boundaries between wakefulness and slumber blurred. Volunteers, lured by the allure of scientific discovery and monetary compensation, flocked to enroll in the groundbreaking study. Among them, Emily, a graduate student seeking respite from financial constraints, stepped forward, curious but unaware of the haunting trajectory her participation would take. The laboratory, a hushed sanctuary adorned with intricate machinery and faint lighting, served as the stage for the audacious experiment. Emily reclined upon the bed, surrounded by a labyrinth of wires and electrodes, while Dr. Miller meticulously monitored the EEG readings from the adjoining control room. As the sun relinquished its reign to the night, Emily embarked on the intrepid odyssey into the hypnagogic state, a liminal realm where reality was painted in the hues of dreams. Initially benign, her dreams manifested as fragmented glimpses, a hodgepodge of fleeting scenes intertwined with a lurking unease. Minutes dissolved into hours as Emily's consciousness navigated the labyrinthine corridors of her subconscious. Her dreamscape morphed into a surreal tapestry, a twilight realm woven with strands of her deepest fears and latent anxieties. Shadows danced on the periphery, their spectral forms coalescing into ominous apparitions that unsettled her soul. In the monitoring room, Dr. Miller scrutinized the EEG readings with clinical precision, observing subtle oscillations in Emily's brainwave patterns, a testament to the kaleidoscopic shifts in her subconscious terrain. An unexpected spike in neural activity prompted a discreet alarm within the vigilant researcher. Within Emily's subconscious domain, an intangible darkness coalesced, an abstract entity pulsating with an ominous energy. Its spectral presence cast an oppressive veil over her dreamscape, inducing an inexplicable sense of unease. The fragile boundary between reality and reverie blurred, hurling Emily into a nightmarish tableau, a labyrinthine realm bereft of escape. Grotesque visions assailed her senses, an amalgamation of haunting whispers, surreal apparitions, and an imminent sense of dread. Struggling against the nightmarish miasma, Emily's subconscious waged an arduous battle against the malicious entity's relentless grip. Yet her attempts to sever the ethereal shackles proved futile, ensnared within the convoluted machinations of her own mind. In the monitoring room, Dr. Miller wrestled with ethical restraint as Emily's distress intensified. The experimental protocol imposed a stringent non-intervention policy until the experiment's designated conclusion, testing the boundaries of the researcher's professional discretion. With a heavy heart, Dr. Miller reluctantly initiated the awakening protocol, a calculated surge of stimuli intended to wrench Emily from the clutches of the evil dreamscape. Emily's eyes flew open, her body convulsing as she jolted upright, forcibly yanked from the strange reverie. Gasping for air, disoriented and trembling, her terror-stricken gaze met Dr. Miller's concerned eyes through the observation window. As the electrodes were delicately detached, Emily struggled to articulate her harrowing ordeal, an incomprehensible terror that lingered at the edge of her consciousness. Her trauma, a haunting residue of the experiment, carved a sinister imprint that refused to dissipate. Days stretched into endless nights, yet Emily remained ensnared by fragments of the evil dreamscape, a psychological wound etched into the fabric of her mind. The experiment, transcending the boundaries of scientific inquiry, had thrust Emily into a harrowing labyrinth from which she could not liberate herself, an insidious menace forever etched within the recesses of her consciousness. In the aftermath, Emily's nights were tormented by fragmented visions, haunting echoes of the malevolent dreamscape. The sanctuary of sleep became a treacherous abyss, a realm where the spectral evil lurked, perpetuating an unending cycle of torment. Despite seeking solace in therapy and counseling, the spectral entity's haunting grip remained unrelenting. Emily grappled with the ephemeral line between reality and the remnants of her subconscious nightmares, forever haunted by the ethereal evil unleashed within the confines of the Crimson Research Institute. The desolation of her sleepless nights cast a pall over Emily's life, robbing her of tranquility and peace of mind. Every moment was shadowed by the spectral remnants of the experiment, a haunting ordeal that lingered as a constant reminder of the unfathomable depths of the human mind and the terrors that lay within.